Hey everyone, Couch Investor back with another earnings video for today. In today's video, we're going to go over Unity's earnings report. Now, at the time of making this video, the stock is down around 8%. Why is that? Well, they did beat a bit on earnings per share, but they missed revenue by just 1%. Now, you might say, okay, that's not too bad, right? And you're correct, that's not too bad, and that shouldn't really warrant an 8% drop. It was actually 14% when the earnings came out. Right now, it's around 8%. But the big issue is, one, revenue for the fourth quarter is not as good as, well, analysts were expecting, plus losses. We've known that this earnings season, there is a lot of attention with regards to losses. And this quarter, well, losses increased by quite a lot. So that's why the stock is down heavily. Now, the stock is down heavily overall, right? And that's normal, I guess. I mean, growth stocks have been taking a hit for a while. Unity specifically had some issues, as we've discussed in the past quarters. Of course, also since it is a bit in the advertising market, and we know that that's slowing down. So the market already anticipated that drop. But overall, management probably could have done a better job. We know that the merger with ironSource is complete as well. So let's see how that works out. At the moment, I still own some shares of Unity. Now, I am thinking a lot about, should I keep it? Should I sell? Because, well, everything else has already dropped so much. My higher conviction stocks, that is, Amazon, Trade Desk, Square, Tesla, etc. So I'm really thinking about, should I keep those shares or should I put it in other companies which are currently maybe in a pretty strong position compared to Unity, and when the market will turn, they will probably turn much quicker than a company like Unity that is losing a tremendous amount of money yet today. Obviously, if I'll change something, I'll let you know, but do share your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you like this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not. I would really appreciate that. And if you want to support me and this channel, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Make sure to check out all the other links in the pinned comment. And the videos, well, we covered a lot of company this earnings season, so be sure to check those out. Now, let's talk about this quarter, shall we? So I'm gonna make sure my face is not, well, hiding anything important. So first, some quotes from the CFO and CEO. So third quarter came in line with guidance for revenue and non-GAAP operating income. And we're taking a prudent approach in the fourth quarter given the current macroeconomic environment. Okay, fair enough. Then the CEO says here, we delivered a solid quarter with very strong results in Create, reinforcing the value we bring in core gaming and digital twins, and saw continued progress in Operate. We welcome everyone at ironSource to Unity as we build a transformation end-to-end platform that will create value for creators and our shareholders. I hope so. We believe that the combination positions us for success in today's challenging ad market and for when markets begin their rebound. Now, of course, with this hit, I believe Unity right now is worth around $6 to $7 billion. So to be honest, maybe it can be an acquisition target. I mean, it would be funny to see, well, Unity acquire merge with ironSource and suddenly another company comes and buys that. We know that a couple of years ago, Meta tried to do so, didn't work. Let's see what happens. All right, so revenue was $322.9 million, an increase of 13% from the third quarter in 2022. As for Create Solution revenue, that was $128.6 million, an increase of 54%. It's also an increase quarter over quarter, so I'm quite happy with that. Operate Solution revenue was $171.7 million. That's a decrease of 7% year over year. Strategic partnerships and other revenue was $22.6 million, an increase of 28% compared to the same quarter last year. And here's the big issue. Loss from operations was $239.6 million, or 74% of revenue, compared to a loss from operation of $126.8 million, or 44% of revenue in the same quarter last year. So almost a double there. And it's also a big increase quarter over quarter. I have here the other numbers, which was $197.7 million in Q2. So quite a big increase there quarter over quarter. Certainly something to keep an eye on. Now, as for non-GAAP loss from operation, that was $37.4 million or 12% of revenue, and that's a bit better than the $44 million from last quarter. As for basic and diluted non-GAAP net loss per share, that was 14 cents for this quarter as compared to 3 cents same quarter last year. Now, another little issue here, and that's the customers that generated more than $100,000 of revenue in the trailing 12 months, that is now at 1,075. Yes, it's up year over year from 973, but it is down quarter over quarter. Last quarter, that was 1,085. So they did lose 10 customers there that generate more than 100,000. It doesn't mean that they lost it completely, it just means that now it generates less. And as for dollar-based net expansion rate, that also is down. This was 111% as compared to 142% the same quarter last year, but quarter over quarter, that's also down significantly. Last quarter, that number was at 121%. And then free cash flow, well, in the third quarter, that was negative, $80.8 million compared to positive $34.2 million last year. Now, okay, fine, last quarter that was also negative, but it's not getting any better. Of course, they say that with ironSource, things should improve, especially next year. And of course, with the current macroeconomic environment, I can understand why things are slowing down. And yeah, it's just a story of time will tell, I guess. And now when it comes to guidance, they expect revenue to grow between 35 and 41% year over year to between $425 to $445 million. So quite an increase there quarter over quarter. Now, probably this includes ironSource, I would assume. Non-GAAP operating loss from operations to come in between $5 to $15 million. Non-GAAP operating margin, 1 to 3%. And then as for the full year, they expect the growth to be between 23 to 25%. So, okay, on that front, of course, we were expecting a bit more, but then again, all things considered, okay, those are the numbers. If they can achieve 25% growth, I'll be happy going into 2023. So to conclude, I might sound extremely negative. I'm not that negative. I just came back from Black Panther 2, which was not that a great movie, so I'm a bit pissed off there. But overall, look, it's an okay quarter. I guess, of course, the losses that keep increasing, that's a big red flag. The dollar-based net expansion rate that comes down, that's also an issue. And the customers that generate more than 100K, that comes down as well, is also an issue. Those are all the things that you don't want to see. And these are the things I will be looking out for in Q4. If those things keep on decreasing, of course, I'll keep in mind that, well, the current environment is a bit strange, but if other companies can perform and Unity not, then maybe it will be time to cut my losses and put that money to work into another company. Again, if I do so, I will be sure to let you know and, well, my reasoning behind it. Of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. What did you think about this quarter? Leave it all in the comments below. If you enjoyed this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe hit that subscribe button. If you want me to cover any other company out there, let me know as well. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.